morning. Happy spring forward. Are you confused what time of day it is? Me too. Welcome to our Sunday live. We are super excited to go live with you today. We're actually going to talk about why I wouldn't make my own Ped-O-Pul because you guys asked how to make your own Ped-O-Pul. And you know I love to help you guys make your own Pilates equipment where it is possible. And you also know that I am very honest with you about everything. And that's because I don't want you to waste your time and money. Period. End of story. I had someone in the comments get mad at me because I would not approve of a cheap home reformer. I just wouldn't do it. And it's not because I don't want you to have access to things. The beautiful thing about Pilates is it's a system and it has so many things. And I still fully believe that the mat and spine corrector and one chair are excellent home pieces of equipment. They absolutely are. Whereas other pieces that are bigger, if you don't have the space or the money, you can supplement your home practice by going into a studio until you can have the money or the space for the proper one that we want, right? So I will say I am researching a classical folding reformer. I've got two friends who've ordered one. It is not cheaper than my reformer, so do not get your hopes up. But let's talk about the Ped-O-Pul. And someone asked, like, you can make one, right? And the truth is that yes, a lot of people do make their own Ped-O-Puls. Here's why I wouldn't. I do not live somewhere where this almost 8-foot tall pole in one piece is accessible without shipping. I would have to have it like ordered and shipped properly. And the shipping on a pole this long for one to a personal house is almost as much as the Ped-O-Pul. And the reason I know this is I've had many people try to make it. And now I've also met people who have access to someone who sells a hardware store or whatever, and they can get this pole for not a lot of shipping money. So if that's you, that's cool. Here's another reason why I wouldn't. I just don't think it's that expensive to just buy and have someone do it properly. And also because I teach the public, I like to make sure that my stuff is properly made so my insurance company will back it. So if you're a teacher, the reason I wouldn't make my own Ped-O-Pul is just because of liability reasons. I like to make sure things are done properly. And like I know that this has been tried and tested to be proper. Now let's talk a little bit about the Ped-O-Pul. It is meant to be unstable. So some people's Ped-O-Puls attach the wall. Mine, I will never do that because the point of the Ped-O-Pul is that it's unstable, is that it's unsteady, is that it kind of knocks you off your balance. If I wanted something that was stable and steady, I would use a wall unit, a tower, or the end of a Cadillac. There's plenty of ways to make a standing arm spring steady. Okay. So it's supposed to be unsteady. It has not super heavy springs, but springs heavy enough that when I pull it, this pole is going to move around, right? Now you can see, I made sure Brad showed the base to the top. You can see at the top that there's a short, it's a short horizontal bar. Over time, manufacturers have made that longer and longer. And the reason we don't love that is because it actually ends up making it more stable. So the shorter top makes it more unstable. This is a Contrology Ped-O-Pul, and I'm a Contrology demo center. So a lot of people ask me like, which is better, Contrology or this? I will always be honest with you about why I'm going to say Contrology, and also I am a demo center, but I will always give you both sides if I've experienced the other side's equipment as to what might be the pros or cons to it if you decide you don't love my voice, just because I think it's important for you to have the information. But I love the Contrology when I sold my other brands one because the shorter thing at the top makes it more unstable. Then I've got these contoured handles that make it nice and easy for my hands to stay on the handle. I think like it welcomes the pinky side of my hand, which is something that you want when you're in the Ped-O-Pul because it helps you connect your shoulders to your back. It goes all the way down into a base. The base is not very big. I don't have a ruler, but I'm going to say it's about a little more than 12 inches square, and it's got 4 screws. So it does move around a lot. And it's not even, it's probably an inch off of the ground. So it's quite close to the floor. And it requires your whole body to work. So when I see a lot of people making their Ped-O-Puls, I tend to see them make them too short, or they make the base too thick, or they make the springs too short. Now, obviously, if you're a fun size person, we're going to add a clip here to make this a little longer to meet you where you are. But we don't want it to be too like even with your shoulders, right? If you look at me, I'm 5'9", and so these handles are going to have to work. I'm going to have to work at it, right? If I was 5'6", that would be like here. I might want a clip. If you're 4'11", you might want a clip as well. You might want to build up to this practice. So at any rate, the reason I wouldn't make it is shipping costs, liability reasons. A 2x4 is something you can make and it's something you can make because it's not going to like hurt someone. But making something that has screws in it, if you do it wrong, you know, Brad has some stuff from our lovely live audience. Hi, guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she said, or they said, my oh hi Shields, most pedestals are 80 inches high, and my ceiling is just 80 inches. Um, can you make it and can you do it outside? Um, no, I've met you, Shields, so I know that you're more on the fun side. If you're doing this for your own home practice and you want to make one that's like 74 inches or as close as you can make it, I mean, I don't know if you can see all of the ceiling. There's only like a 2 inches clearing here. So it is a little difficult when I move it around. I have to like really make sure I pull it down. But if it's just for you, and you can get all the parts without it costing you a ton of money, then sure. It is actually not easy to buy Ped-O-Pul springs. Most companies won't sell them to you because they might think you're going to make it. And if anything were to happen liability wise, the insurance companies will actually go back to the manufacturer as well. And the manufacturer will just say, hold on, we didn't make that. So just at any rate, like if it's just for you, go right ahead. But if you are teaching this to regular people, I definitely wouldn't. I would do it outside or I would skip it at all. Anything else, Brad, from our lovely live audience? Okay, here, it's a quickie today. But to wrap it up, I love your questions. I love that we get to have honest conversations with each other. I know that sometimes it means me giving an answer you didn't want to hear. But I also just want you to be safe and have the most amazing Pilates practice ever. I apologize for Women Went Live today. It's a little awkward, but it's Spring Forward Sunday. And you know what? Hopefully they get rid of it soon. I mean, in Nevada, they say they are. So, and I have a photo shoot to give you more photos for our future YouTube videos. So keep your comments coming, keep your questions coming. I'll see you live next Sunday, 9 a.m. from Colorado. Don't worry, we'll actually make sure it's 9 a.m. Pacific time, whatever time that is for you. And we'll be doing it from the hotel. We're actually redoing the one about where the eyes look because I want to make sure you could see where I'm making my eyes look. All right. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing day.